So got two cameras going for this. I think this was a Homal, Homall desk. I bought so much crap recently since I got back from Germany. I can't keep track of everything, but this should be a 63-inch desk. It doesn't say squat on the outside, except it's made in China. Let's see. Weighs 36 pounds. It's bulky, you know. Nothing heavy for somebody like myself, really. But let's go ahead and get this out of here. So I will do a assembly video. You might have noticed I've done a lot more assembly videos. Kind of like you hope you hit the jackpot on one of these things. And what do I mean by that? Some videos do really good on good old YouTube, and others don't do good at all, right? My goal is to find more desk videos, basically, that will make me money to offset the cost of the desk, because sometimes it happens, folks. You buy something and lo and behold, you make double, triple what it costs. I just like to get my money back, to be honest with you, because that means what? It's basically free minus the taxes I pay. Unless, if I sell it, then I get my money back, but then I have to pay taxes on what I sold. So it's, I don't know, it's all interesting how that works. Kind of confusing. I got an accountant. So this is one part of the tabletop. Yeah, it's some kind of cheap particle board stuff, but at least the veneer is pretty nice on it. So I think as long as you don't damage it, it'll last. All right, it will last. I bought a Homal L desk, and I'll buy more. I will probably buy more Homal stuff, even though so far they haven't sent me anything free, and or I haven't made a lot of money off of them. But now, folks, you may wonder, what am I doing with all these desks? They're just freaking piling up. To be honest with you, I need a big one in my the Weight Slayer gym. Okay. Where I'll have a laptop in there with the webcams for workout videos. I'm also a fitness influencer. It may not look like one, but it's more the heavy weights than it is, trying to get a six-pack. All right, so very similar to the other part. These are labeled, so this is part 15. And I will actually build this on this counter, right? The other one was part 14. So there's a left hand and a right hand. They did a good job of packing this. A lot better than a lot of these places where you're like, oh wow, if they would have only protected this a little better, it wouldn't have a freaking dent in it. But these guys look like they were actually professional, so that's good. Yeah, I don't want to damage my countertop. Let's just pull these out of here off to the side. Sorry, folks. I know you guys can see the actual unboxing. All right, here's one of your Z-shaped legs. This is kind of scary. They punched this hole in there, and it deformed the surface. Now, if it so happens there's a countersunk screw that goes in there, then hey, maybe that was good, but deformation's never good for thin metal like this. They have some retaining nuts in here. Looks very similar, honestly, to some of the other stuff I bought. It does have a sticker on it. We need to figure out how to fix this other camera, guys. This is unsat. If there was ever unsat. Let's see. Sorry. Alright, so now we should be able to get this. So, one leg, is this part labeled? This is 5. So because of the sticker, I'd say there's a 4 or a 6 to match it. And I'm gonna use that as a trash bag. I didn't even think about that. Another leg, part 4, right? So this is going to have a seam, folks. I don't know if you noticed that already, with the left hand and the right hand pieces. I'm not a fan of that, but you know, what are you going to do, right? You want a big desk, sometimes you got to deal with that. There was just a pair of scissors around here. Now, can't find them. So the bag of fasteners is taped to the side of the box, and I should be able to whip that off there. Maybe I'm just not as strong as I think I am. All right, so continue on. Fasteners are labeled A, B, C. So you got different types of screws. You got the feet in here, 4 feet. They're labeled as well. You've got a Allen wrench. There's, for a desk this big, there's only 3 wood dowels. That seems kind of, I'm just going to say it, that kind of sucks. All right, so lots of screws and fasteners. We'll have a good time putting this together. Now, if I, wanted to, I could put it together really fast in the next video, but we'll take our time. Some people complain like, oh, that was a 5-minute assembly, but you realize the more you rewind a 5-minute video, if I would have just taken it slow, you probably would have got it. Here's part 12. This is looks to be some kind of support that's going to tie into the legs and support the table. Once again, there's a bunch of that deformation. Looking at the screws, I don't really see any that are countersunk, so why they're punched didn't do a better job, I don't know. So I used to work in sheet metal, design engineer, that is. I didn't actually do it. Here's the other leg. So part 12 is symmetrical. That's always good to know when you got symmetrical parts, right? Spend all day going, is this the same as that part? Okay, so these things feel kind of cheap, but this is some part of this whole freaking assembly. Parts 1 and 1. This is going to go over, I have a feeling, your supports that go underneath this to make it look a little better, I guess, but yet, covering up the turd with the turd doesn't necessarily help, right? Part 13, another support. So somewhere in here, and that may have been it, there should be cross bracing. What is this? 13. Oops. What better not hear me picking up our countertop down here in the man cave. So interesting enough, this is my man cave, but it's also kind of the wife's inheritance, so I got to take care of it. She's blessed me with allowing me to pursue my dreams, which is to become independently wealthy, and I have my own YouTube channels, all 10 of them. So this looks like a cup holder. It's really chintzy. So what you're getting with this, folks, is a big desk, not necessarily a super quality desk, okay? A lot of cheap looking components. That was part number 6. This is part number 10. But we'll see when it goes together. If it's solid, hey, that's all she wrote, One of the problems I'm going to have, folks, I think, is when I go to move this into my office area. I'm not sure it's into the gym. I'm not sure if it's gonna stay together. All right, so we have this looks like a thing for your headphones, and then let's see. Oh, this is your cup holder. Okay. I lied and I did part of the assembly. I still haven't seen the instructions, but I think they're in there. More cheap parts 2 and 3. Cover up the hardware, probably the fasteners. I'm sure those just snap on. This one's not labeled. That part's not labeled. Those look like extensioners. So these, this folks is going to tie the two tabletops together most likely. Here's part 8 and another 8, so they're symmetrical. And then part 9. These are both symmetrical. There's a lot of parts to this. You know, only negative so far, besides some of the parts of it, there's a lot of parts. And to be honest with you folks, a lot of parts sucks. You want to have a lot of this crap come here and be assembled. This will take probably 45 minutes to put together. I'm just saying. This is part 11. And these are the covers for your cable routings on top of the desk, all right? That'll be an easy assembly there. Now, one of these days I'm going to assemble this with it. I'll do an assembly without the actual directions. This thing, the drawings look pretty good, I will say. So, you know, sometimes people don't have the drawings, and I'll actually post a video what it actually looks like. I don't know if I'm really supposed to, but hey, we do that, helping folks out, right? All right, so like I said, we will have an assembly video. We'll have 2 views of it, and then I will also, folks, give you my review. Some of you heard in this video. And it looks like, you know, when you start this project, you probably start, if we're going to do it on the counter, we're going to start with the wood particle board. The desktop would be upside down, sitting on here. Put the wood dowels in it. Then we'll put the extension plates in, the legs, and we'll go from there. By the way the instructions actually read, that is step 5. Step 1, you'll do some of the easiest stuff, like put the feet on the legs. Those cross members, you'll assemble those. And yeah, that's all there is to that. Thanks for checking out my video. Hope you got something out of it. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.